Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Rockford leaders envision the city without racism, what they're doing to promote unity.
Fire crews are called to an early morning blaze in Rockford. Flames spread from building to building.
And thousands of kids learn about one of America's most important wars. Midway Village hosts its Civil War History Days. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
Focusing on equality, today state-line organizations, nonprofits, and businesses came together with the goal of eliminating racism.
Nikel Delgado was there. Nikel, what did you learn?
Eric, Mimi, racism is still a problem across the country, but the city of Rockford and surrounding areas are continuously working to find ways to eliminate it.
If I'm at work, people come through the drive-thru, they'd be mad or something like that, and they'd say the N-word or something like that.
Patrick DeBose wants to be a part of the conversation to eliminate racism. The high school student was born and raised in Rockford. He tells me we all play a part in making this place better.
Keep the community together. If everybody not coming together and all that, they will not care about each other, things like that. So like if we have groups and all that about the community coming together, it will bring more minds, open up people's minds and things like that.
More than 400 people signed up for this summit to find solutions to one of the issues separating us, racism.
It's really critical that every person here feels like they belong, feels like they are valued and seen and heard and have a place that they can be themselves and contribute meaningfully. So an event like this is really critical just to bring the community together and bring people in around the same topic and working towards change.
Organizers believe this conversation is the foundation that will help promote change within Rockford.
But more importantly than having the conversations, there has to be plans of actions that occur from the conversation.
Several groups shared their efforts to combat racism by identifying specific and achievable ways for the community to become more inclusive. One group leader says, by standing together and building bonds of unity, we can come to a sense of common purpose.
We are really addressing the social determinants of health that impact the quality of health of our community. Where you live, your environment, the nutrition.
Patrick hopes through this conversation he can help make a difference in his school that will spill into the community.
I feel like every school should have like a group that have different type of races to just talk about what they think about the school, things that they want to do to help like bring their school better.
Organizers hope to have this conversation in the front of people's minds and that the community will continue to speak out against racism. Eric?
Thanks, Nikel. No one's hurt after fire engulfs 3 different buildings overnight. Rockford firefighters were called to 8th Street and 6th Avenue around 3:30 for a garage fire. When crews arrived, they found the fire had spread to 2 different apartment buildings. Flames quickly moved through one of those buildings. No one was inside because it's being renovated. The other building has fire damage on the 2nd floor. 10 people, including 6 kids, lived there. The American Red Cross is helping them find a place to stay. Damage is estimated at $130,000. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
We have an update to a story we first brought you Tuesday involving 4 women. One woman was stabbed multiple times during a fight. According to court documents, on Monday, 2 kids got into some sort of altercation at a bus stop near the Rockford Ridge Apartments. The next day, when their mothers were with them, they and 2 other mothers got into an argument that escalated into a physical fight. That's when police say Shatay Barney stabbed Lenora Fields with a box cutter-like knife. Barney says it was in self-defense. Fields had surgery and we're told she is expected to recover. All 4 women face charges.
United Airlines plans to hire thousands of workers this year with a focus on increasing staffing at Chicago's O'Hare and other hubs. 15,000 workers are expected to be brought on nationwide. About 3,800 of those will be in Chicago. It's a continuation of a hiring spree at United as the carrier bounces back from slowdowns caused by COVID. As the company's workforce gets older, that's also creating job openings. Nearly half of United's mechanics are eligible for retirement.
Hundreds of law enforcement officers from across the state come to the Capitol. They're there for a memorial service honoring officers killed in the line of duty. The names of those 12 officers were added to the police officers memorial outside of the Capitol. They join other law enforcement officers whose names have also been carved into the memorial. Every year, the Illinois Police Officers Memorial Committee holds this ceremony on the first Thursday in May to remember those officers and honor their families.
They didn't give their life in vain, that everyone still respects what they did, we respect what they did, and we feel that they should be honored as well as their families being honored because they're the ones who are suffering right now.
Before the ceremony at the Capitol, there was a service for officers at a church in Springfield, then a procession of police cars to the Capitol.
A State Line nonprofit holds its biggest fundraiser of the year. Shelter Care Ministries' annual spring luncheon was at Rockford Radisson. There was a silent auction and a 50-50 raffle. Speakers included a mom who talked about how her family benefited from shelter care services. Money raised at the luncheon goes to its supportive housing and Jubilee Center programs. That includes things like helping people with rent or utilities.
We really do whatever possible to help people be successful, and there could be all sorts of stuff. Buying a birth certificate, paying for some gas for someone, whatever we can do to help.
For more information on shelter care, check out this story at mystateline.com.
Students take a step back in time to learn about American history. Midway Village Museum's hosting Civil War hands-on history days this week. Nearly 4,000 area students are taking part in the educational program. Kids get the chance to explore the museum's Victorian village. Historical interpreters portray key figures from the 1860s, including Abraham Lincoln and Generals Grant and Lee. Students can visit over 30 living history stations, learning about Civil War era events, music, and technology.
More structured, so the students go group to group for each education station and learn about a variety of aspects, including home life, of what was going on in people's neighborhoods and homes during the Civil War as well.
Students from school districts within a 60-mile radius of Rockford took part in the event. The program received a Superior Achievement Award from the Illinois Association of Museums. A State Line resident celebrates a very special birthday.
Alice Alfredson turned 100 today. Alice lives at Peterson Meadows in Rockford. She was born May 4th, 1923, right here in Rockford at the old St. Anthony Hospital on State Street. Her family moved to Chicago shortly after. When she turned 20, she came back to Rockford. Alice moved to Peterson Meadows in 1999. She's been active in programs and activities since then. Alice thanks her friends for everything.
Well, it's just a number, but that's what my friends are for, I guess. I keep thinking of the music, and that song is so appropriate. The lyrics say that my friends are so important. That's how I made it.
Alice tells us she still has 2 more parties to attend for her 100th birthday.
Lawmakers are renewing their effort to raise the federal minimum wage.
Coming up, we take a look at the latest push to increase pay across the country.
Well, what a great day to celebrate a birthday. Nice weather, warm temperatures too, making it back up into the 70s. 74, our official high out there. Quite the stretch from where we started off at this morning. We've got a few more 70s on that 7-day forecast, but also the chance for rainfall too. I'll time that out for you coming up a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Senator Bernie Sanders is renewing his efforts to raise the federal minimum wage. He says the U.S. needs to stand up for working families who are struggling to make ends meet.
Washington correspondent Basil John shows us some of the problems opponents say the move will create.
Nobody in this country can survive on $7.25 an hour.
Thursday, alongside workers and labor groups, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders announced his latest push to raise the federal minimum wage.
You can't make it on $9 an hour. You can't do it on $12 an hour. We need an economy in which all of our workers earn a living wage.
Sanders is now calling to raise the federal minimum wage over a 5-year period to $17 an hour.
15 isn't even enough for what we're going through today.
The last minimum wage bill passed by Congress was in 2008. Do you think it's time to raise it? I do.
But opponents say raising the minimum wage will kill small businesses and spike inflation.
Most of the data shows that the minimum wage does not have a great track record of reducing poverty.
Employment Policies Institute Executive Director Michael Saltzman says even a $15 minimum wage could lead to job loss.
If you do this nationwide, businesses aren't going to have that option to expand in lower cost areas. And so I think you're going to see a rash of business closures.
Texas Senator John Cornyn says because of different costs of living around the country, Washington shouldn't even be involved.
I think it should be up to the states or a negotiated item between employer and employee.
But despite that opposition, Sanders says he's confident he can get the support his legislation needs to pass. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Wait, another warm, sunny day here in Rockford.
Coming up, Candace shows us of the same for the rest of the week. She's next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Lots of sunshine out there for us this afternoon, and that clear sky will carry on over into the evening. So I've been saying it here for the last couple of hours. I encourage you to take some time and enjoy this evening because it is going to be beautiful after the weathercast. Temperatures made it into the lower 70s here for us. We're at 74 degrees in Freeport, 73 in Rockford, 74 in Rochelle, and you're 76 right now in Sterling. A little bit of a breeze kind of working in from the south. Notice it did vary just a bit in a couple of spots. 75 for our weather watcher Jim here in Rockford. Mike in Forston checking in at 71. Mostly clear skies. You see a little cloud cover there off to the west, but no rainfall today, and I expect those skies to stay dry here as we go through the night tonight. System up to the north of us, another one down to the south. You see the rain showers and thunderstorms there across parts of North Texas. That system will move in our direction during the afternoon tomorrow, likely bringing us just an increase in some of the cloud cover, although I do expect us to see some sunshine as we go through the afternoon. So notice our temperatures here as we go through the night. We've got a clear sky, little cloud cover begins to move in. I think with the drier air we have in place right now, we are going to make it down into the upper 40s, so it should be a pretty comfortable start tomorrow. Winds will pick up a little from the south before shifting around to the southeast. Filtered sunshine during the afternoon on Friday should get us back into the mid 70s. If cloud cover is a little more thick, we might make it up to 71, 72, but we're back into the 70s for tomorrow. Afternoon is looking dry, although cloud cover increases slightly by mid to late afternoon. Now we've got a couple systems that'll work through in the jet stream to the west of us, so any shower activity looks to stay west of Rockford, maybe west of a line from Monroe to Freeport down through Sterling initially, and then we could have a couple of spotty showers. Notice you've got some rainfall then trying to develop there back across parts of northwest Illinois, southern Wisconsin, close to midnight and very early Saturday. So that trend will continue to lift up to the north Saturday morning. Saturday morning will be a mild start in the 50s, and we should warm quickly for the afternoon. Isolated shower thunderstorm possible, but we've got a ridge of high pressure building in, so I think that chance stays pretty low for us. Better chance for some thunderstorms will work in Saturday night and then into Sunday. So we've got a dry day for most of us on Friday. A couple of showers late into the evening, early overnight. Saturday night watching potentially a complex of some showers and thunderstorms weakening as they move through into Sunday morning. Sunday, it's a low risk, but I think it's a day we have to kind of put in the back of our mind as the potential that we could have some thunderstorms for the afternoon. Reason being, this activity in the morning could kind of produce some outflow boundaries. That lining up with a warm front during the day and warm temperatures too could break the cap we have on Sunday, and that could give us some thunderstorms. If we see that, we'll have enough instability to build up that we could get an isolated severe thunderstorm or two during the afternoon. Better chance for some showers and thunderstorms coming in Sunday night and then into Monday. So 49 degrees, that's where we'll head for the night tonight. 75 for tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds for the afternoon, little breezy out there. 71 on Saturday, close to 80 if not in the 80s on Sunday. That would only build up some of that instability too, and then it looks like we'll stay in the 70s as we go throughout the beginning to middle of next week.
Finally, a whole 7 day with temperatures above average. We love it. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports.
We'll meet some members of the Rockford Gymnastics Academy who are in top form in a state competition this past weekend.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
The Gymnastics Academy of Rockford has done it again, producing dozens of championship athletes at the state competition last weekend. Reagan Holgate brings us the story.
And today, nothing is And this team couldn't be stopped this weekend. The trampoline and tumbling team with the Gymnastics Academy of Rockford brought home some hardware, and a lot of it. The team competed in the Northern Illinois State Meet and took first place.
And we had about 67 athletes, so it's a really large team. A lot of coaches, a lot of effort goes into them and making them successful.
Capri McClarty is 11 years old and took first place in all 3 competitions: trampoline, tumbling, and double mini.
This means that I know that I tried my best and I didn't let anything stop me.
Eliza Oliver is another athlete who can now call herself a state champion after this weekend.
I was really nervous, but I knew that I could pull it all off at the end, and I ended up sticking that pass, so it was really exciting.
Some other awards were given out, including Northern Illinois Coach and Athlete of the Year. Both winners are a part of the Gymnastics Academy of Rockford.
I was very speechless and very humbled and warmed that everybody chose me to get that award, so I thought it was pretty awesome.
It created a drive, like more determination towards the sport, definitely humbling. You know, it wasn't ever really something I was going for. It's always just been fun and creating a family, but, you know, I'm really excited about that.
The GAR squad has a few weeks off before they head to nationals in Springfield, but the preparation has already begun.
It would be super, super cool. I've never won first place at a nationals before.
Some talented youngsters there. That was Reagan Holgate reporting. Now, speaking of talented youngsters, the Cubs have called up their top prospect, first baseman Matt Mervis. He will join the team tomorrow. This afternoon, the Cubs lost again to the Nationals 4-3. Jamison Taillon returned from the injured list and gave up this 3-run home run to Lane Thomas in the second inning. And in the bottom of the ninth, Alex Cole hit this walk-off shot off Brad Boxberger. Cubs have now dropped 5 of their last 6 games, and they've fallen below the 500 mark. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, clear skies out there for us this evening. We've got the First Warn Interactive Radar, always on mystateline.com, and brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and more. We've got the clear sky that'll stay with us here as we go through the night tonight. Temperatures will drop down into the upper 40s. Excuse me. Now, tomorrow, temperatures will make it into the 70s as we go through the afternoon. 75 degrees. We do have a chance for some showers to come in to the west of us Friday night and then going into the weekend, but we've got a lot of dry time too. We'll keep an eye on Sunday afternoon. While we are expected to stay dry, there is a small chance that we could have a strong storm or two if we were to see those develop, but you're looking at Saturday night into Sunday and then Sunday night into Monday. Temperatures will stay in the 70s through next week.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.